Okay, you're on. I would convene the meeting.
Thank you. All right, welcome everybody to our first official business meeting of the Environment Committee. Today is Friday, January 22nd, and it's 10:12 a.m. It's great to see all of you this morning. Before we dive right into the agenda, I just wanted to check in and see if my co-chair has any remarks.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I do not. I think I said it all last week and just ready to get to work.
Great. Thank you. Any remarks from either of the ranking members? Senator Minor?
Good morning. No, I am good to go and look forward to a great first meeting.
Great. Representative Harding, any remarks?
Yeah, just very quickly, just want to, good morning, everybody. Looking forward to another good meeting today. I just want to just quickly note, as we all know today, just for the record, we are voting on concepts, and these are strictly concepts. These are not affirmations of the proposals itself, but simply an affirmation of a want to have a discussion on these important topics. So I just wanted to say that before the beginning of the meeting, just to make that clear for the record for everybody.
Thank you, Representative, and thank you for pointing that out. We are looking to raise concepts today, as well as the drafting of a resolution. So as a reminder, when we raise concepts, we're doing so in the hopes of broader discussion through the public hearing process and subsequent committee meetings. So voting in favor of a concept to be raised is not a commitment for a yes vote in the future on this subject matter. Could everybody just go ahead and mute? Thank you so much. And if anybody has, any questions, certainly raise your hand. And Gaia, our awesome clerk, is monitoring that. So with that, we can move on to Roman numeral number 3, concepts to be raised. I will just go ahead and read all of these off, and then I'll seek a motion for the raising of all of the concepts numbers 1 through 7. So what we have are a broader set of ideas here: an act concerning the use of firefighting foam containing PFAS for training purposes. This has been before the committee. It's the AFFF firefighting foam that unfortunately we've seen spill in particular into the Farmington River, requiring a lot of cleanup. We do have recommendations from the PFAS working group on that, and we have seen this language before. Number 2, an act concerning certain enhancements to the agricultural programs of the state. We have some items from the Department of Agriculture, some minor revisions to statute, as well as looking at some of our farming programs with the Farm Bureau. An act concerning certain enhancements to aquaculture programs, certainly wanting to see our aquaculture community grow and thrive. Nobody's been hit harder, perhaps, during COVID. We saw, we were hearing from this community 99 to 100% reduction in sales immediately following the shutdown of restaurants. Certainly, we know their benefits, their environmental benefits to the waters of the state, and just looking at different ways to enhance them, making sure they have a seat on the Seafood Council is one of those. Number 4, an act concerning aquatic invasive species control related to funding for lakes. If prior members of the committee recall, in 2019, we passed an invasive species stamp, thanks to so many, from lake communities. And we want to, take a further look at that account, look at invasives like hydrilla and the problems that that's creating for lakes across the state. And so that we will be exploring that through that raised concept. Number 5, an act concerning electronic record keeping related to pesticide use. Again, prior committee members may recall we had discussions about right now the antiquated system in place for those applying for pesticide use, and how all of that's kept on the end of DEEP, primarily in the form of paper. And so this would be to move us forward into the future and have some sort of electronic database with respect to pesticide use across the state. Number 6, an act concerning minor revisions to certain fishing programs of the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection, looking to expand some really valuable programs such as Take a Vet Fishing that has provided some respite for our veterans across the state. The program has been so successful, but there are limitations to it in statute, and we're looking to expand some of those limitations, as well as explore some of the possibilities about expanding opportunities for fishing in the state that we became aware of through COVID, the benefits of opening up fishing season a little bit. So want to have a discussion about what that looks like for the future. Number 7, an act concerning extended producer responsibility for discarded tires, smoke detectors, and gas cylinders. Again, prior committee members may remember we have had an extended producer responsibility bill on smoke detectors. We've had public hearings on this, looking to have a broader discussion on the heels of the CCS-MM Municipal Materials Management group with comprised of, it's a group that DEEP pulled together, comprised of many municipal leaders. And out of that was a recommendation to really take a harder look at extended producer responsibility, concern over the safety of the disposal of gas cylinders, certainly, and the costly impacts of discarded tires for our municipal leaders and our towns across the state. So those are brief descriptions of items number 1 through 7 under Roman numeral, number 3. And I would entertain a motion to raise these concepts.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, moved by Senator Minor, seconded by Representative Borer. Any discussion? All right, seeing none, if everybody could unmute themselves for a voice vote. All in favor? Oh.
Senator Cohen, can we entertain maybe a consent calendar?
Well, we have the, you mean for item Roman numeral number 4?
You don't need one.
I think
need one.
There's only,
no, it's just one
there's only
motion
the 2 items.
for
yeah.
On there. Okay.
1 through 7.
All right. So if everybody could unmute, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed?
So again, we are in
Any opposed?
and I hope that
okay, and no abstentions. The motion passes. Everybody can go ahead and mute again.
I'm looking for
All right, and we are on to Roman numeral 4, proposals to be drafted as resolutions. One item under that Roman numeral resolution approving the Long Island Sound Blue Plan. Members of the committee in the past and the broader legislative community may remember we have had this before the committee before. We, as a member of as the leader of the Coastal Caucus, we've also had, many of the participants of the Long Island Sound Blue Plan come in and present to us on what the Blue Plan is all about. The Blue Plan really sort of provides an inventory of all of the resources that the Long Island Sound provides to the state of Connecticut, sort of a mapping of fishing and recreation areas, places of ecological significance, and so much more. So it's really valuable, and I'd love to see us, pass the resolution so that we can explore this further in this session. Obviously, we were cut short in 2020. So with that, I'd love to entertain a motion to move the resolution approving the Long Island Sound Blue Plan.
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Moved by Representative Gresko, seconded by Representative Mushinski. Any discussion?
Yes, very quickly, Madam Chair.
Yes, Representative.
In your deliberations, was there an opposition to any aspects of the Blue Plan? Do you smaller fishermen or smaller commercial fishermen or people entrepreneurial ferry to New York, that kind of thing? Did you recall?
I don't recall fishermen in particular. Representative, you can certainly go back and look at the testimony from 2020, which I would suggest you do, because relying on my memory is not the best option for many. But I will tell you, there was some concern raised about another project that is not in particular related to the Blue Plan, about the wind project and fishermen there. And other than that, we heard largely in favor of this. But again, I would go and check the testimony, and we'll certainly be hearing about it as we move forward through this session.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yeah,
If
Representative
I may, Madam
Gresko.
Chair.
Yes. Yep, Representative Gresko.
Thank you. Just a reminder that the Blue Plan is advisory in nature. It is not regulatory. It's, as you so eloquently put it, is a synopsis of all of the assets of Long Island Sound and a referral document so that if individuals or projects looking for information about how that project would affect Long Island Sound, it would be right at their fingertips. So thank you, Madam Chair.
Yeah, and I might add it includes areas where fishermen frequent, points those out on sort of this mapping of the plan. And I encourage anybody to go and take a look on DEEP's website, dig into the plan a little bit further. It's really fascinating what they've discovered through that research process. So, all right, any other discussion, questions, comments? All right, seeing none, we already entertained the motion. So, oh, I'm sorry, Representative Smith, please.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. This is Representative Smith, the 118th District in Milford. This is my first regular meeting, so please forgive me of my ignorance of some of the committee's procedures and agenda. I had an item to entertain, and I know Chairman Borer and Representative D'Amico are aware of it, regarding a conveyance for the Audubon Coastal Center. I'm not sure. I don't know that it would necessarily appear on this agenda, but I know it's been many years in the making and wanted to try to consider it in this session. Just wanted to understand if it's something that could be brought up in this meeting, or is something we could do at another time.
So thank you so much, Representative. Well, we don't have it on the agenda, but it's definitely something that we should talk about for potential appearance on future agendas. And I appreciate you raising it. And we can talk about it as a committee as we move forward. But adding it to the agenda at this point, when other members haven't had a chance to really discuss it and delve into the issue, not seeing it on the agenda ahead of time, we don't want to modify at this point, I wouldn't think, unless you'd like to make a motion to change the agenda, which you're certainly within your right to do, but probably not advisable. And
that item is not in our position for us to take action on today.
Okay, thank you. Representative Borer.
I was just going to let you know that it did come into, it did come in as a proposal yesterday, so it is in on time, and I'm sure we'll discuss it in the next screening meeting and talk about adding it to future agendas.
Thank you.
Thank you, Representative. Okay, with that, everybody, if there are no other questions or comments.
One more hand up. I don't know whose hand it is. I just want to make sure. No.
We're all set? No other questions or comments? All right, seeing none, if you could all unmute yourselves, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed?
Representative Winkler votes yes. Okay,
I think we're hearing a couple of other meetings, so go ahead and mute yourselves. And we will be just for everybody. Next on the agenda is the announcement of the next meeting, which is January 27th at 1 p.m. So you can all mark your calendars. Just a reminder that we will be leaving the meeting open. So I'll entertain in a moment a recess of the meeting, but we will be leaving the meeting open until 11:30 today. So members will have a chance to cast their votes who were unable to be with us during this time. Obviously, we're all balancing lots of committee meetings. And with that, unless there's any other discussion, I will entertain a motion to recess.
So moved.
Second.
All right, moved by Representative Fishbein, seconded by Representative Harding. All in favor?
Aye.
We will be holding the open as when we get to the conclusion of the items.
All right.
Announce the time.
Thanks, everybody. Great meeting.
Item number 2.
We are officially in recess until 11:30.
Hi, Janet. We're on YouTube Live. I just saw you pop into the meeting again.
I guess I opened the wrong link. I was looking for the 11 o'clock.
Yeah, that brought me here as well. And so I think I shared the wrong link, and I'm going to set up another Zoom link for all of us.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, Steve, I set up a new link for the other meeting, and it's still connecting to this meeting, even though it's a brand new link. So I'm going to get off of here and see if I can switch you over the host.
Representative? The meeting has ended. I'm keeping it open till 11:30 for your attendance.
Thank you. So thank you. So that's why I'm logging on to, well, there was a vote to raise concepts, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Great. So can you please add my vote of yes to raise the concepts?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You can leave the meeting.
Okay. So I don't need to say my name and all of that.
Oh, yeah. Just say your name. Yes. Representative Kasser.
Senator Kasser votes yes.
Okay. You're all set, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, Representative Kasser.